Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters, from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else, and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Ring Rust Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, and the whole goddamn universe, folks. Woo! I'm your host of the most onward, looking fine and feeling fine, oh baby. Mike, what was I doing?
It sounded like you were taking a shit.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I was a choo-choo train. Did you not hear the choo-choo, the tires starting?
No.
Look,
I heard you
make your arms
straining as if you were taking a dump.
Put your arms straight to your sides. Now lift them up to 90 degrees, okay? Now move one forward in a circular motion, and the other one. That's what I was doing. I'm a train, baby. It's almost Christmas. I'm a Christmas choo-choo. It's a sand. It's like the Polar Express, Mike.
Oh, one of the worst Christmas movies of all time.
Do you think Tom Hanks is a secret pedophile?
Maybe. But that's not even the biggest issue I have with that movie.
Really? The pedophilia aside. You put that aside.
Yeah, I hate that fucking nerd that's in it with the glasses, that kid. He reminds me of young Donald.
I was gonna say, hold up. I see where this is going. Hold up.
Also, like, they go to the North Pole, and it's like the most fucking depressing place you've ever been to. It's very strange.
But listen, if you put your thinking cap on, this man named Santa runs this drove of fucking mini people that he forces to make toys all year round, and then, like, it does sound a little bit fucked up.
I get it, but I just feel like maybe in the movie you glorify it a little bit.
Church it up? It up a little bit?
People try to say, I feel like it's a generational thing. Like, people are, like, a little younger than me. Mm-hmm. They think this is, like, a great Christmas movie. I'm like, it's fucking horrible.
I just think Tom Hanks might be a fucking secret problem. You know what I mean? A real Jay-Z.
He's in Hollywood, so.
Yeah, I know. Jay-Z also very problematic. Beyonce knew all along. That country album sucked too, by the way. That shit sucked.
The album did suck.
I think didn't it do well though?
Yeah, because it's fucking patronizing a bunch of people.
I only ever heard the one song.
Anybody with a fucking brain who likes music or country music or other kinds of music is like, this shit sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This
was a money grab and it's poop. BJ?
Yeah, tonight we're actually going to talk about wrestling. We're going to review WWE and AEW. You got Dirt Sheet Busters. Mike Carr brings us the lies and rumors going around pro wrestling. Tells you why those lies and those people that report them are fucking dumb. We don't have fantasy standings.
Nope.
I hope we have some emails.
What else? Do we have emails?
I hope so.
Is it because of your attitudes that we're losing fans left and right?
Because of somebody's attitude.
Are you going to show up for our emails later?
Fuck no, dude. I don't want to hear what these fucking mutants have to say. Fuck them.
Mutant.
As I said.
Email it. Maybe I'll show up if you email in. Well, no, actually, I've had a bunch of people ask me, like, why do you leave? Why do you leave? Like, he's so busy. People are legit mad. They have no idea that I come in late and it's all recorded out of order. They're just like, what the fuck?
Actually, that's pretty funny that we have them tricked. They think that you leave early.
A lot of people were like, you got something better to do? I was like, fucking first off, yes, I fucking do, but that's not what's happening.
BG and I explained this the week that you were gone. Like, we call you out for your lack of effort, which is true, but we actually prefer when you're not here.
Yeah, let's be candid about it. You know what I mean? If I fucking... You ask me not to show up every week.
Like you're saying, you're like, I'm going to be 15, 20 minutes late. We're like, just come later for the one thing that we actually have to record. Don't show up for the show.
I know.
Show up for the Patreon stuff.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
That's how we should sell the Patreon.
Just thinking that's the only time you get to talk to Donnie.
I think we're trying to make more.
I was going to say, it's going to cost us the only money we have. Holy shit, dude. Mikey, Ari?
Do you hate one of the hosts of this show? Sorry.
Pick one.
Sorry. Yeah, if you pay a certain amount, they just won't show up.
Hey, listen. I'll put a number on it. $500. I'll take the month off.
I'd be totally fine with that. Guys, find us anywhere you get your podcast. Interact with us on Twitter at @RingRustRadio. If you want to email us, be part of the show, send it to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Also, buy our merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com/ringrustradio. So many great t-shirt designs, including Cut Your Dick!
Oof.
Did you buy a Cut Your Dick shirt for your loved ones for Christmas?
No, I love them.
Oh. We never really talked about it since I think George Cruz is the only one that buys our shirts, but probably too late to buy a shirt for your loved one right now.
If you buy it from fucking Amazon or something, maybe, but not from fucking Pro Wrestling Tees.
Maybe
that shit takes
like
6 weeks.
Yeah, maybe a Valentine's Day gift for your loved one. They can fuck the Cut Your Dick shirt.
Christmas 2025, guys. Get ahead of it.
Hell yeah, smart. Support us at patreon.com/ringrustradio, where you can hear ad-free episodes, sign up for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views, and so much more. Also, check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube.
That's it.
For updated
That's
clips and Triple R Gaming.
That's it, right there. Just check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube. If you
I want to talk about the games that you guys play.
No, you don't have to.
It's new stuff is on here.
Oh.
Yeah, updated.
Donnie, BG, and fans of the show have been playing different games like Call of Duty and WWE 2K each week.
Okay.
And posting early access on patreon.com/ringrustradio well before it hits YouTube. If you're interested in joining a session, email ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Have more faith in Brandon Galvin.
No. What I was saying is that it's pretty much dead. I'm gonna fucking see it through because I don't quit early, even when I know I am definitely the violinist on the Titanic.
We just talked about how you quit early on the show.
That is true. You know what? Never mind. I'm quitting early. Fuck it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep gaming with the friends of the show because it's the only time I get, number one, Panda to show up. But number two, it's the only time I can fucking hang out with a bunch of different people. And honestly, I'm not a gamer. But playing games with a bunch of friends and fans and shit, it's been honestly awesome. I love it. So I will continue to do it, put up those videos, but I'm not going to go crazy with this channel. I see, BJ, you're Mr. YouTube guy. Everybody's quitting.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
People are quitting YouTube?
Yeah, a lot of people are quitting YouTube because they said monetarily it's just not worth it anymore.
Well, then it should be more opportunities for you, so get on it.
I've literally been on it. I can't, if this was a dong, I'd be riding it hard. But I'm not. I'm soft. Should we talk some wrestling?
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we're about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the marks. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the number one source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring Rust.
Nobody died this week, so we're all good there.
Are you sure?
No, plenty of people died, but nobody that I know of. So maybe next week, if I forgot someone, you'll send it along and we'll show respect to them. As we always do. I had somebody message me last week saying that they thought the segment was funny, but also a bit disrespectful. And
a bit?
But no, from the bottom of my heart, I was like, how are you going to tell me it's funny, then say it's also disrespectful? Like, fucking pick a lane. You know what I mean?
I got something. I'm looking at the list of wrestlers that have died in 2024, okay?
I missed a couple? Damn
it. A handful. Well, the one that I know that we didn't talk about, I'm not sure when it happened, but Ice Train from WCW, do you remember him?
WCCW.
Really?
Him and Scott Norton were Fire and Ice, and for whatever reason, like when I was a kid and I had like a few WCW tapes, I always liked them as a team.
Yeah,
Is that,
Ice okay, this may be racist. Racism coming up. Choo-choo.
I don't think you should do that, then.
Iceman King Parsons. Same guy?
No. But perhaps inspired his name.
Because WCCW, Iceman King Parsons, I actually legitimately really liked him when I watched
Ice Train.
Not the same guy, though.
Not the same guy.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure Ice Train was younger. and he teamed with Scott Norton. They were fire and ice.
Ice Train makes me think of Coors Light. When
all over the world.
When the train comes choo-chooing out and shit.
Yeah.
This is a train episode. I didn't even know it. This is a train episode. Saturday night's main event. Let's talk about it, guys. I will say that I didn't watch it live. Stunner, I know. Stone Cold just came in and hit it. I watched it back on Monday morning.
I watched it back?
Did not like this fucking pay-per-view.
It wasn't a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it felt like a pay-per-view.
It wasn't a pay-per-view.
It was no different than anything.
It was a televised special. It was a souped-up Raw.
Mm-hmm. It felt like a souped-down Raw. It felt like shorter, which was nice, but that was where the nice ended. I felt like every match disappointed me.
Wow.
My expectations for each were much higher.
I'm pretty sure you said you had low expectations and were bitching about it going in.
Yeah, and somehow they were still too high.
Interesting.
Unbelievable, right? I was like, this, no way this fucking gets above 3 feet, and it hit 2'1". That was wild. Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn, that was a solid 10-minute match. I really do enjoy that match. But the rest, I thought the triple threat match was fucking not nearly as good as I thought it was going to be. Io Sky Liv Morgan definitely wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Chelsea Green and Mitchin. Mitchin, dude. I was not good either. And the best part of Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens came literally after the show was over. So
that is true. Although the match was still good.
I'm gonna just jump in here. Match moment, overall grade. Fucking match was the Drew McIntyre Sami Zayn moment. Was after the show. I had to watch it on fucking internet. With Triple H saying, "My heart's fine, brother. My heart's fine, Kevin Owens." Right? And then
he can still like move and shit. He's not like a leper.
Let me tell you something. In wrestling, if you fucking get physical, it's to build a match.
It's not.
Yes,
we're going to talk about this later when you desert the show. But
yes, it is. Yes, it is, dude.
It can be to build up a different match.
Did somebody say that? Did Davey say that?
No. Somebody felt the need to explain that it's not leading to a match, which we already fucking know because the guy said, "I almost died. I'm not wrestling again."
But then, Edge said the same thing about his pussy-ass neck. And then look at him now. Died. Look at him now. Yes, he did. He said he slipped his disc.
Look at him now. I haven't seen him in fucking 6 months.
Yeah, because his fucking leg's fragile. Just like his ego.
So maybe he should have
fragile. Jump on the top of the cage.
Yeah, fucking pussy. Fucking pussy, dude. You heard what I said. And I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Mike?
Yeah, I'll just, I'm not going to really touch on anything you fucking said because you're stupid. But, the show really was, in terms of like the content, it was pretty much what we expected. Like we went in saying like, this is a stack show in terms of like championship matches, but it's going to be a predictable show. I think every match went the way we said it was going to be. We didn't think there was going to be any title changes. The only thing that was like we didn't predict was the people who were going to be in the finals of the tournament. I think we predicted Bayley versus Tiffany, ended up being Chelsea versus Mitchin. But I'm fine with that. I thought that they were going to put it on Bayley and put it on somebody who's already established, but they're going with somebody who never had a title before with Chelsea Green, so they went in the other direction. But I think that's fine too. What I really enjoyed about this was just the presentation. I think that's what made this so fun. Like having Jesse Ventura back. His thing with like Joe Tessitore was like kind of weird, but then him on commentary, he was like still very good. Like playing the heel commentator, really enjoyed like him like pretty much calling out like Cody Rhodes for being like a fucking idiot in some cases and stuff like that. And then we had the red, white, and blue ropes. We had the old school looking logo. We had the old school entranceway with the lights. We had the referees in the old school blue shirts and, announcers wearing tuxedos. Like, I love that era of wrestling, that mid 80s to early 90s, the aesthetic and everything about it. So for them to present it in that way, I thought was really cool. Like, when they brought back Saturday Night's Main Event the last time, I think it was like 2007, 8, 9 area, it was just a fucking Raw. There was nothing special to set it apart. This felt like an event. It was fun. It was totally different from a Raw or SmackDown because of the way it was presented. So, the matches were nothing fucking phenomenal. There's no match of the year contender in there. They were predictable results. But I thought every match was at least solid. And what I really enjoyed was the spectacle of it. And I'm looking forward to more of these.
BJ, before I get to you, I just want to mention real quick about CM Punk being a total fucking pussy.
What do you do now?
Him talking about moveset shit.
That was great.
Adam Page was right all along about this fucking guy. He doesn't care about anybody else. Punk is legitimately he's such a pussy. Did
you see what he did yesterday?
No, what did he do?
He took a picture. It was like Vikings were winning like 27-13 or something like that, and he added Seth Rollins because he's such a Bears fan. It's a pretty funny troll.
Yeah, I didn't care about it, and I don't care about it.
Yeah, he's awesome, CM Punk. I love him.
Yeah,
he's probably gonna do pretty well in the Rusties.
Yeah, I would assume since you guys are up his fucking dickhole. BJ?
It's a nice place to be. I thought it was a good show. Enjoyed watching it with George and Mike, not Donnie, because he deserved this years ago. Just like he deserves all the fans of the show every week.
Yes, agreed.
Like Mike, I enjoy when there's a theme. I really miss when there's theme pay-per-views. I like the entrance sets and everything. So I really enjoy that they did it up for this show. The red, white, and blue ropes is fun. Like Mike said, the referees. I enjoy the entrance set. I hate when you have a pay-per-view and it's just like, oh, this was basically just Raw, but on Saturday or Sunday.
Also, the Wingate Eagle as
that was fun. That was fun. Nice little tease. Cody's been talking about that for like 2 years. Mm-hmm. That was cool. Every match was good. There's nothing great. Definitely unpredictable Women's United States Championship tournament.
Yeah.
We never once thought it was going to be Chelsea against Mission. And that was such a surprise on SmackDown. I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
The thing that they're doing is like the thing we talked about is like I thought, okay, one would have like an established winner and one would have kind of like an up and comer. And I think that's still going to be the case, but it's going to be switched around.
I thought it would have been really cool for it to be Bayley, but Chelsea's put in a lot of work this year, very over, and so good for her.
The finish was great to that match, by the way. Her unprettier, the way she did it like off the ropes.
Yeah,
really cool.
Don't mute the spaceship police car.
Keep it going. We love it.
There it is.
What the hell is that?
That's what I said. It's a spaceship police car. One of the drones over New Jersey is fucking speeding, so he pulled it over.
Pull over the drone.
You pull over to the side of the cloud, sir. You fucking idiot. Yeah, this cop won't get off my fucking ass. I'm just trying to drone. Anything else, BJ?
I thought probably my favorite match was the opener.
Yeah.
Between Drew and Sammy.
It was a great match.
Definitely, because Cody Rhodes is mid as fuck, and Kevin Owens is fucking not in good enough cardio shape, apparently, to carry him.
What? Kevin Owens is awesome.
Yeah, I know. I love Kevin Owens.
The one thing I'll agree on is, like, I wish that we would have gotten the post-match angle on the actual show.
Yeah,
They've been doing this with Kevin Owens, though. I guess it's a concerted effort to do stuff
to
and
bury him because he likes the Young Bucks.
I think it's to send people home happy on NXT.
Right, I think that's part of it too. But I mean, it was fucking cool doing the pile driver and the confrontation with Triple H and all that. And we're gonna have weeks of good content regarding that coming out of it, so that's a positive at least.
And we don't have to see Cody for the holiday stretch, so
exactly.
Yeah,
we don't have to see him in a fucking Miracle on 34th Street fight every day against Kevin Owens.
I gotta tell you, I'm liking it more and more and more. Stretcher drop this fucking mutant as many times as you can, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, mutant. I'm trying to not curse anymore, so mutant's a nice word I can say.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Did you see Kevin Owens like saying like the shit that he hated about Cody Rhodes before this? And he's like, he wears a jacket that says QB1 on it. Like, what a fucking dweeb.
That's very true.
Kevin Owens came to the arena with a gold shirt on. And
that was
very fun.
He is like the all-time troller with wearing shirts.
It's great.
He understands wrestling like it's his passion. It's wonderful.
It kind of is.
It really is.
Very good.
And you know who his all-time favorite wrestler is?
Dusty Rhodes.
Shawn Michaels.
That's not true.
It is true.
It's not true.
He said, even though he's from Canada, and when they were doing with Sean Brett, he wanted Sean.
He was trolling you.
No, he's for real. He says he tries to get Sean to wrestle him every year.
Every week.
Every week.
He probably does every week.
Yeah. Sean's busy doing other things.
Hey, Sean, how about this week?
Sean Ghostin busy with other things.
I know what he's busy with. Recruiting efforts.
WWE Raw on Netflix. Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa and CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins. Okay, so this is for the tribal combat for the Ulafala.
It's for the Ulafala. Yep.
And the recognition is tribal chief of the Anuai family. I know I speak it pretty fluently.
I'm sure that was racist in some way.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you're a pussy. I'm definitely not, though. So, I think Cody Rhodes, The Rock returns here. I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah, I agree.
And say The Rock.
He probably just takes the Ulafala, right?
That'd be fun.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I do too. That's a great one.
I mean, they did advertise him for the
Roman
show.
Reigns.
I think Roman wins, and then The Rock fucks him up and takes the Ulafala.
Yep. And that's what they fight for?
Yeah.
Instead of the championship?
I mean, that would be fine, even. I'm fine with that.
Well, The Rock comes back, right, during the match. Okay. You think he's siding, because, like, Solo, like, everyone from the Bloodline comes out, right? So you think The Rock is coming to help Roman. But, this is what we said many, many months ago, that The Rock was the one behind the scenes pulling the strings for Solo to be tribal chief when he was gone, and then Solo hands The Rock the Ulafala.
Yes. I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm not excited for having to pay for Netflix. I'll tell you that fucking much. I
already was.
I do not.
It honestly blows, but.
Honestly,
I'm excited about this.
Well, here's the thing. YouTube TV just went up, right?
Yeah,
I saw that. Like $10 a month?
Yo, I started at $45 a month when I bought YouTube TV for the first time. It's $85, and now I gotta get Netflix. We have Disney Plus. It's like, dude, I might as well go back to fucking cable.
It never ends. Well, that's why I'm still on DirecTV, because it doesn't even make a difference at this point.
It's nuts,
insane.
Man. So we're getting fucked.
Yep.
Somebody stop
fucking. They got us
by
the balls, man.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. That's why I listen to sports on the radio.
Great.
Shit is free. you
patronize
me.
Cena gonna be on
I thought you were gonna say that's why I watch sports on the radio.
I watch sports on the radio. I sit there and I just squint at the letters. I'm like, that's a WIP. Gotcha.
You excited for John Cena, BG?
Ha! Is that a rhetorical question?
Do you think he opens the show?
Yeah, that would be smart.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, he'll open the show. I think Tribal Combat main events. So once again, CM Punk and Seth Kane main event.
Yep. They'll main event the fucking halfway point.
I was gonna say they're a nice, sweet second hour opening event.
Now they tease.
Is it 3 hours or 2 hours?
They literally still have not said.
It's bullshit. I hope it's 2 hours.
It almost makes me wonder, like, if every week it's just going to be whatever they need it to be, and that's how long the show's going to be, like a pay-per-view.
I could see the debut being longer, but I really
it doesn't have to be a fixed time. It's a streaming service.
No. Right, that's what I'm saying. I kind of wonder if there's, like, however much time we need, that's how long the show's going to be.
It doesn't, but also, like, you need, people to know, like, what time they're going to leave for a show.
Oh, the start time will be the same, but the end time could be fluid. I've never had a ticket that says end time on it, unless it says like midnight because that's curfew.
Mm-hmm. No, because that's the thing. Like when you're going to a pay-per-view, you don't know exactly what time it's going to end.
Yeah,
per se. I mean,
so
I guess they just treat it like that.
Well, the one company does. The company that's going to cut it off at the main event of Halloween Havoc. So the pay-per-view guys definitely do have to know.
I mean, AEW cut off in the middle of Sting thanking the fans after he fucking retired. So.
Yeah.
WWE literally just had Kevin Owens and Triple H plant the seeds for a feud.
That was by design, whether you like it or not. It was by design.
Yeah, and they designed.
It wasn't
Sting
like they
the
accidentally didn't get it on camera.
Shut the fuck up. Intercontinental.
Wait, hold on. They also teased someone to appear. Mike?
Oh yes, Penta. They did a teaser for Pentagon. It was a 0, and at first I saw it, I thought it was an O. I'm like, oh my god, Omos is coming back, baby. And then a line went through, I'm like, oh, 0 beer. 0 miedo. So, Penta, it looks like he's going to be on Raw, I would assume, unless they show this on SmackDown too and keep it open. But, very excited for Penta.
I thought the end of the teaser said coming to Raw on Netflix.
Did it? Okay.
Raw
good.
on Netflix.
I fucking love, think back to Lucha Underground, man, before Tony Khan ruined them. How great it was.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of really great stuff in AEW. Not recently, but when they first got there, there's some great tag team matches.
There was ladder matches.
Well, here's the thing. To me, it always seemed like after Lucha, you got them as a package deal, right? And they did.
Fine.
I know, but I think that inhibited them.
You know what I think inhibited them? they put a fucking weirdo dork as their manager. It made them lose
I
any
think
credibility.
They asked for Alex Abraham.
Dude, I do not think they asked for
that.
that.
They even say it.
They asked for this fucking nerd in a blazer wearing gloves for no reason to be their manager.
Dude, listen, if you talk about Alex Abraham like that again, I swear to God, I'll fucking go down.
I'll say it. I'm blue in the face. He fucking blows, and he should not be managing anybody, let alone Penta and Phoenix, who are top stars.
Says you, dude. You couldn't manage a Starbucks, bud.
I can manage better than Alex Abrahantes.
Women's Intercontinental Championship bracket.
I've never been more confident saying something in my life.
I really am hype about Alpha Fire, Kairi Sane, and Natty in a match, though.
Well,
did it happen already?
I mean, there was tape. It was already taped next week's episode.
Oh.
Well, they ran like an injury angle, right? Wasn't that
right? Kairi was injured, so I'll just say this isn't the match that happens.
Oh.
Somebody else is in that.
Okay, spoiler alert.
Well,
go
it's
away.
not that much of a shame.
Spoiler alert. Go away for a second, everybody. What happened?
It's Io. Io takes her place.
And does she win?
Oh.
I honestly don't know, but I have to assume so.
Okay, so Io
and I
wins.
think that's who wins this tournament at this point.
If that is Io getting in there, and then Kairi Sane has a claim that would have been her to win, that'd be cool. That's good. I like that. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Still get damage control versus damage control.
Yeah.
Yep, I think that's what we'll get.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
That's what I was talking about.
Look at us
you
agreeing.
have not
like
as established of a star winning it one side. I think you have a more established star winning this title.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, I like it. Yeah, but honestly, please do more with Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn. I don't know how many times I got to yell it.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's just one of the true injustices. Braun Strowman came back and did the right thing, is what this should say.
No.
Carmelo Hayes is not being booked very well, like I thought he was going to be.
No.
I was like, for sure he's going to be U.S. title holder. But once I saw him, the Wyatt Six kill him, I was like, this guy's fucked.
I do think it's still a setup to book him as a top guy. Like, he's having segments every single week. He's like talking with Nick Aldis every single week.
Yeah, that classic building them up as a top star by burying them weekly. I remember that.
I mean, honestly, that's
saying it all year.
I remember that. I remember when they did that to John Cena or something. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
He did lose to Kurt Angle his first match.
All right. I don't like what they're doing to Carmelo Hayes. I'll just say
I'm not saying that Braun Strowman is like Kurt Angle. Let's make that clear. He's ass.
Give me the ankle lock. No, just have him keep breaking shit. Him and Bronson Reed had a great fucking story going, dude.
That was probably the best thing he ever did in his life. Was that?
No, it's not true. He flipped the fight. Him and Roman had amazing matches and amazing moments.
Right. He fucking lifted shit up all the time.
Mike, what would Paul Heyman tell you? What would he tell you right now? But 911, hold on, 911 would come down to the ring, he'd hit a fucking power bomb, he'd hit a fucking choke slam, and it was done. That's all he did. Mike.
No, I get it.
So Braun Strowman,
here's the thing with Braun.
People get off on Braun flipping shit, then guess what he's gonna do every fucking week?
No.
Go to the junkyard, find the cheapest fucking car, paint it orange, put it outside, say it's whoever he's fighting's fucking car, have him flip it, crowd goes wild, let's fucking do it.
Orange. But he did it every week for so long that it got old, and then they went away from it, and he was nothing. But now he's, been injured a lot and stuff, so they'll probably go back to it for a little while, and it'll be fun, and eventually get old again.
Oh, God, the way you say fun makes me sick. It'll be fun. I'll like it. It'll be a good time.
I mean,
we'll
if you put him with somebody good, it'll be good. Yeah. But, yeah.
God, you're such a fucking pussy, dude.
He blows.
You are such a fucking pussy. Let's talk about the War Raiders, because they beat Judgment Day for the tag team titles on Raw.
Yep. They had a really cool, little vignette before the match. Both of them talking about how they had so many serious injuries, they probably even shouldn't be, they thought maybe they'd never wrestle again, and now they're back together and they win the titles. It's a pretty cool story.
I like them genuinely. They've always seemed like, because they're both, what is the thing that he's got tattooed? He's either anti-drug, anti-alcohol.
Straight edge?
Yeah, but there's a fucking straight to death or whatever it is.
Straight to death? Straight to death when you
straight to death.
Alcohol or some cigarettes or anything like that.
You go from birth to death. Straight to death. Hell yeah, fucking, I'm straight to death, dude. I don't know, it's some fucking tattoo or something like that, but they're like good people. They're like genuinely like probably like nice people. I've always liked them since the Ring of Honor. I don't know what to tell you. I was just trying to say they're nice and straight edge and like good people, and you guys are like. Bleh, bleh.
I still remember like back when they were in ROH and they were Hanson and Rowe, and we would sing "Mbop" for Hanson.
Because we're grown ups.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What were you? I was like 27 when we did that. 29. Who knows? Holy shit.
I want to say, did we see them debut at a takeover that we were at?
BJ, Wiki. To the Wiki machine!
I don't know, but I've seen them live.
Yeah, we saw them at a takeover. I think they might have debuted.
I saw them when they were just boys, when young men, on the independent wrestling scene. Okay. Let's go on to the most important part. We're gonna get your D'Lo Brown heads out because we're gonna break down World's End. AEW.
This is hardly even a card. What am I looking at?
Hardly a card. Hardly a card, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Whoo! Boy, you're fucking stupider than you look, dude. Which is hard because you look stupid. All right. Sorry. I do apologize. That was seeming mean.
No, you don't.
In retrospect, that did seem mean. A little harsh. I'll say this.
It was mean.
BJ, stop making AEW smaller than WWE. I know you're doing here. It's pissing me off.
I'm not doing anything. It's the same thing. I don't know why it's like
this. I can barely read it, dude.
I don't know why.
I hate to make WWE full size, and this is like 3/4 size. You're almost there. You're almost there.
The Blue League and Gold League, and it looks great.
It's way big. It's too big.
I know. I don't know why.
It's like overcompensating for something. What are we doing here? Okay, so we got Blue League semifinal winner and Blue League winner, Gold League winner. Jesus Christ, dude. This is fucking BJ, explain what's going on here with these.
No, we spoke about it last week.
Okay, good. So who do you think the Blue League winner is going to be? Because they're going up against the Gold League second place.
I think it's going to be Okada against Ricochet, and then Kyle Fletcher against Ospreay, and then it's Okada against Ospreay in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And who
that's
wins?
what we said
I think
last
that's what
week.
We discussed last week, right?
Yeah, that's what we said last week. I would assume that Ospreay wins.
Ospreay.
I can see Okada winning. Because
I had Okada winning.
Yeah, I think it's a toss-up.
I wrote an article about him. It's wonderful. Bleacher Report, check it out. Yeah, poop sounds. Mature. Watch out, mature content ahead. Mature. Yeah, so I agree with that. And then I think, yeah. So who did BJ or Mike, who'd you take?
Same thing.
Will Ospreay winning, though?
Yes, I think Ospreay will win.
Okay. We have Mox defending the championship in a 4-way diggity dance. Orange Cassidy, Adam Page, and Jay White. Can you say banger? Because I can.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, it'd be really good. I don't see a title change here, though.
No, not at all.
During a TV taping before NXT TakeOver New Orleans, Rowan Hansen debuted under the name War Raiders.
Were we there?
Yeah, so they taped, they did a couple matches before the pay-per-view to be shown, on the weekly show.
Holy shit, I remember that, because you're like, who are these guys? I'm unfamiliar. I was like, those are the War Raiders, brother. Let me tell you all about them,
dude. Wrestling Minutes. We knew about them.
I saved you so much as a kid. It was wild.
What?
I'm like your dad.
Good theme song for Wednesday Wrestling.
Yeah. Wednesday. Which one? Which one are you talking about?
Wednesday Wrestling. Both of them were good, actually.
To Shinsuke's?
Yeah. Both of them were to Shinsuke.
Yep.
No?
Both themes, I believe, we
did. Yeah, that was great.
Both were ass.
Ass! Adam Cole did beat Kyle O'Reilly.
Jon Moxley just fucking wins, by the way. What's the point of this match?
What do you mean? Shut the fuck up. Every week I have to watch another fucking WWE piece of fucking crap content with every fucking title staying on the same fucking man. You come in here like, well, it's what needed to be done. Not the best match, but really what needed to be done. Yeah, it's the end of the year pay-per-view. Yeah, this is what needs to be done at the time, buddy.
Gotcha.
What happened to Christian? He was part of that whole segment last
month.
I'm
pretty sure he got injured. If I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Well, no, he was on the pay-per-view last pay-per-view. He showed up to try to cash in his little fucking steel book.
Yeah, he might be injured. I think he's injured. First off, I got that right here. I got it right here. Don't fucking make fun of the steelbook, dude. Okay, yo, we're talking shit, dude. I keep my hands up real high. You fucking come too close, guess what? In the throat, you're gonna fucking get that steelbook. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay, good. Just make sure we're on the same page. Adam Cole did beat Kyle O'Reilly. Stunned. But now
you said Kyle O'Reilly was gonna win.
Yeah, because Adam Cole's dissension into madness was gonna go through Matt Taven and then Maria Kanellis. We talked about this, but Tony went in another direction foolishly. MJF.
Here we go. Just as they planned. 1 year later, fighting for the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
Amazing with that.
Listen, injuries have derailed it, but guess what, boys? We're back in business. We're fucking back, brother. You gonna pretend you don't like Adam Cole anymore?
I think Adam Cole wins here.
You gonna pretend you don't like MJF?
I like him. I don't like anything that happened to get to this point.
Seems like a you problem, not a them problem.
Sad. Definitely not. It's a booking problem.
Mariah May versus Thunder Rosa in a Tijuana street fight.
Is this pay-per-view in Tijuana?
No, it's in where is
Burbank?
It? Where is this pay-per-view emanating from? I actually don't know. The beautiful streets of fucking Tulsa, Oklahoma, in a Tijuana street fight.
Is it in the Leah
Orlando,
Center?
Florida.
Oh yeah, because there's a WWE house show the same night that's outselling this. In Orlando.
True. That's not true.
Yes, it is. 100%.
You when Brandon Funkston tells me about it, that's what I'll know about, right? Brandon Funkston. Fung-stun, dude. Come on, dude. Dummies. But yes, this is going to be a really good match, and Mariah May just wins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot Thunder Rosa was on the show, in the company.
Fuck that. She's been nonstop up Mariah May's ass since fucking she won the title pretty much.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks, we know.
It's been like a month and a half. She fought with Minier Shikara.
Thunder Rosa got mad recently because people ask her, like, hey, are you still in AEW? And she's like, yeah, I'm in AEW. I'm just on fucking Collision and Rampage every week.
Well, people online are fucking idiots, dude.
According to WrestleTix yesterday, tickets distributed for this show is 5,070.
For what show?
They're only running 59.43 for the show. Oof. That's crazy.
59.43. That's all the building holds.
Oof.
It's a sellout. It's a sellout, brother. It's a sellout.
I think there's a lot of tarped off seats, buddy.
Yeah, because it's so fucking far away. Why would you want to be up there?
That's true.
On that first level. Mariah May just wins. She's been awesome, by the way. If you're not honest about it, be honest.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome.
I like her.
She's great. Take it easy, respect. And Kensuke Takashita, Powerhouse Hobbs, IC title on the line.
It's gotta be Takashita.
Takashita! Yeah, I see Takashita! It's like, what is he yelling over there? What is he doing? BJ.
Konosuke.
Can I say something? Can I be honest for a second? Can you guys not judge me?
I wish you would.
Be honest for 1 second.
I wish you would.
I'm going to say this one fucking time. I'm not going to fucking repeat it. I'm not sure. Tony's booking has been the best lately. But, I sense big things. You know what I mean? I sense big things coming. You know what I mean?
Didn't Tony say, like, he didn't say, like, AEW's, like, 2024 AEW is going to be, like, 2021 AEW or something. Like, apparently 2021 AEW is good. I don't know. But he was trying to, like, make it, like, 2024 is going to be, like, the fucking greatest year, and it's been ass.
I think a lot of injuries derailed a lot of plans, if I'm very honest. I think at the core of this is that injuries derailed a lot of plans, and I feel that the CM Punk situation is not a next man up. They built that motherfucker around him. I know, but listen, the ripple effects of that are going to...
heading into 3 months.
It didn't have to be a next man up situation. It could have been, the fucking owner of the company just...
Hey, can't cry over spilled milk. Dude, I can't put the fucking worms back in the can or whatever that thing is.
What? That's not a saying.
I can't put the lightning back. I feel like Mango from Saturday Night Live. Can you put the stars back in the sky? No, and such is Mango. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just feel like the excitement around it from other people. I'm excited as fuck as shit about it, man. I love it. Every week, nonstop, can't stop, won't stop. But for other people, it feels like they're not as excited as me now.
Huh.
You know what I mean? And that's sad for them. Bunch of bozo clowns. Motherfuckers love Shelton Benjamin until he's out here doing his business and nobody likes it anymore. Patreon?
Patreon.com/RingRustRadio to hear the ad-free version of our podcast, get early access to upcoming retros like Batman Returns. You sign up for, right now, our best Christmas...
Little sassy little episode. Batman Returns.
Batman Returns is awesome.
I know, but his little attitude wasn't.
We had a lot of fun last week recording that one. Right now, you can hear our best Christmas TV special bracket. Record that last week.
Honestly, that was horse shit. That was truly horse shit.
You got destroyed.
Charlie Brown getting fucking railroaded because I made a comment.
Spoilers.
Guess what? Enjoy that. You're gonna be ready to be mad.
But most importantly, join us Tuesday, January 14th. That's when we come back from our little vacation. You know we'll have taped episodes for you. But
where are you going? Hold on, pause. Where are you going? Where are you going on vacation? No, come on. Where are you going? You're gonna see fucking mom and dad? They're gonna bring bacon to your house? What's the deal?
That'd be great.
Bacon.
Tuesday, January 14th. We got a little 2-for-1 special. Sign up for one. Join us for both WWE Fantasy Draft. That's for our WrestleMania season.
Season 39.
39 years in the making.
And also, real quick, I know I hate to jump in your face like this, but I love it. This is the WrestleMania one. This is the most fun. It culminates at WrestleMania. There's shit talking galore. I don't know what the wrestling situation is going to be like on fucking actual 420 though, because like that's Easter, dude. Yeah. I'm not going to be paying attention to wrestling at all on Easter. I'll be with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
He'll watch. But we also, on January 14th, along with our fantasy draft, the best gaming console ever bracket.
Yeah, I can't believe it took us this long.
Who came up with that idea last week? Was it Leon?
Somebody yelled something.
Somebody yelled best gaming console, and we were like, light went off. Like, how did we never do this?
And I'm gonna stand on business for that. I don't take a stand very often, but I'm standing on fucking business here, is what I've learned lately to say. Mike, you're a fucking coward, and you will not be swayed. We're taking this to a vote right now.
What are you talking about?
We need to include the PC as part of the game. My gaming PC is a literal gaming console, no different than. Yes, it is. Also, I want Tiger.
Hey! Stop being a fucking nerd.
I want Tiger handhelds too.
I think that's more acceptable than a PC.
No, fuck that. Fuck that.
See but
I also don't know that you could say Tiger handhelds is one of the 32 best gaming consoles.
Yo, I played that more than almost any other in my life.
That's because you were poor.
Damn.
Yo,
I was thinking that
you fucking know how to hurt
I went with the easy route. You just didn't have any. Michael, like, no, you fucking couldn't.
I mean, he's right. He knows he's right. That's the problem. He fucking knows he's right.
I'll be honest with you though. I had him and I played with him too.
Yeah,
I don't. Also. But looking back, I'm like, they really sucked. But I still played with them.
That's all I had, brother. Hand me down Tiger handhelds.
It was a Game Boy and a Tiger handheld when you went in the car.
There you go.
I didn't have a Game Boy until I was like 17.
Game Boy's so awesome.
I'll tell you this. I remember a lot of trips with friends where they're like, "Hey, here's my Sega Game Gear," and I was like, "Awesome, dude."
I had a Game Gear.
My mom got me a crossword puzzle book where I could do activities and shit on the road. She's like, "Look, here's a
misspelled shit, probably."
Well, you know
spot the color.
My mom was like, "Oh, you're gonna do great in a car. Here's a bag to throw up in if you need it, and a fucking pencil for your workbook." Fucking kids over here playing Sega Game Gear. I was like, "Can I play?" He's like, "Nah."
Well, he couldn't let you play because it had limited battery life, so I understand.
Played for like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
His dad bought him the battery pack that hung on the back of the fucking seat in the car.
Oh, uh-huh.
Dude, yo, this kid was never invited again because he fucking didn't share once. And I gotta tell you something. When on the way home, I unplugged that shit.
There you go.
And I was like, fuck you, now we both have nothing. I was like, oh, you want a page from this coloring book, you fucking loser?
You're always miserable.
Let's go on.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies, anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, 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 scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
Alright guys, it's time for the best segment of the week. It's Dirt Sheet Busters. That's right. It's just me and BG. We're riding duos to the end of the show because Donald Wood took vacation early, apparently, because he hates you guys. But we love you, and we're going to help bust the dirt sheets with you.
Hell yeah. Fuck Donnie.
Yeah, he fucking sucks. We're going to start with PW Insider. The dirt sheets reveal the huge mystery of what the zero with a line through it was on Raw.
Oh, they cracked the code,
They cracked the code.
I mean, you texted me and George immediately.
Well, let's see if they came up with something different. WWE dropped a cryptic teaser on Monday's Raw, and fans are convinced it's pointing straight at former AEW star Penta El Zero Miedo. The quick video featured nothing but a zero with a line through it, enough to send wrestling Twitter into full detective mode. Adding fuel to the fire, PW Insider reported, the belief among those we've spoken with is that the video is for former AEW and Lucha Underground star Penta. Who have they spoken with, do you think?
I don't think it's with anybody.
The voices in their head? That's who I spoke with, and they told me it's Penta. Because literally I saw, like, an O. I'm like, is this, like, hyping Omos to return?
Oh.
And then there was a line through it. I'm like, oh, zero fear.
Oh.
Penta. Got it. Didn't need to talk to sources, believe it or not.
What a good conversation you had in your head.
I sure did. And I assume that's the same reporting that PW Insider did here. They spoke with this in their head to get to Penta. Good job. This is from Fightful Select. Shayna Baszler is a really nice person.
Nice. That's good. It's reassuring in the industry.
Yep. Just like Kane in the video game. Kane! It's a really nice person. Shayna Baszler's main roster WWE career hasn't been anywhere near as dominant as her gold-laden run in NXT, but the Queen of Spades is held in very high regard within the company. During a Q&A session on Fightful Select, a question was asked as to Baszler's standing within the company due to the Horsewoman's lack of singles push for several years, to which Sean Ross Sapp remarked that Baszler is, and I quote, universally loved and respected, and is said to be very easy to work with.
Oh, yeah.
That's great, but
that's awesome.
Didn't really answer the question in any way that he was asked. Like, hey, what's going on with Shayna's push? She's loved and respected. Thank you for that.
That's great. Did she ever have a push?
Yeah, when she first got called up, she bit Becky Lynch's neck off.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. Or was it Bayley's neck? I think she bit multiple people. And she won, like, that triple threat main event at Survivor Series that time.
Yeah, but wasn't that NXT that she was with?
Well, yeah, like, she was with NXT.
Yeah.
And then she got called up shortly after, and was, like, I think she was, like, final 2 in the Rumble, and then she faced Becky at WrestleMania and lost.
Yeah. And she's done, I mean, they haven't pushed her lately.
But since then, she hasn't really gotten a push. But somebody's asking, like, what's up with that? And Sean Ross Sapp says she's loved.
Universally.
Universally loved.
That's awesome. Good for her.
Yep.
It's a great report to have that there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I love her, too. She's great.
Yeah.
It's from Wrestling Observer Radio. Meltz has no clue what's going on with Matt Cardona and AEW.
You would think that he would know, considering all of his ties with these individuals.
Well, he rarely has any clue on anything.
No.
Discussing Matt Cardona's status on a recent edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that there was talk of Cardona being offered an AEW contract. Here's a quote. I know that there was at least talk of Cardona getting an AEW contract. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, or if he's already agreed. I guess we'll find out. Obviously, if he beats Jericho, which I don't expect to happen, but if he does, obviously, they won't do it unless he's under contract, he said.
Oh, okay.
So, there was talk of him getting a contract. Don't know if he will. Don't know if he already signed. Guess we'll find out. why say anything at all?
Hopefully he wins and doesn't have a contract.
Yeah, that would be the ideal scenario. He wins the title, drops it back like the next time, and then he's gone from AEW. Which, to be honest with you, I think there's a non-zero chance of that happening.
Yeah, definitely
for sure. Because honestly, I listen to his podcast. I don't know that he's really is desperate to go sign with AEW. I think if he was going to sign with somebody, he wants to sign with WWE. So, but I think he would be happy to take Tony Khan's money for a fucking 1 or 2 off, you know?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Get paid.
Yep. This next one's from Chris Featherstone. He's a new man in the game, if you remember from last week. The dirt sheets let us know that the guy who retired due to a near-fatal heart condition isn't going to wrestle.
Oh, okay. Smart.
No.
It's a little bunt.
Yep. WWE Saturday Night's main event left fans in shock after Kevin Owens' brutal post-match attack on Cody Rhodes. But it's the intense showdown between Owens and Triple H that's got everyone talking. Chris Featherstone took to Twitter to shed light on the situation, explaining that Triple H's physical involvement was never about setting up an in-ring comeback. Here's the quote. I was informed that Triple H's physical involvement following Kevin Owens' post-match attack on Cody Rhodes at Saturday Night's main event is only to elevate Owens as a heel, and the Cody/Owens feud is slated to continue. A Triple H in-ring return is not in the plans at this time, Featherstone wrote. So, I mean, what was the first clue? The fact that Triple H told you he almost died and he's never going to wrestle again?
This isn't the first time that Triple H has come out pissed off about something.
Right. I mean...
Why would we think that was going to be the build to a match?
Shawn Michaels just pushed Eddie Thorpe up against the wall on NXT a couple weeks ago. It didn't mean they were going to have a match.
Coming out of retirement for Eddie Thorpe.
Anybody with half a fucking brain knew that this thing was not meant to set up Triple H versus Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the guy who runs the company, and he's pissed off that you fucking injured his world champion.
Yeah.
It's a storyline. Meant to, as this mentions, get Kevin Owens over more as a heel. Like, it's just fucking obvious. Like, we don't have to be told this. But whatever. Thanks, I guess.
Per sources.
Yep. This next one's from Alv. Jade Cargill has a serious injury. Hope you don't want to know any details.
I would like to, because Mel's gave us all the possibilities that she's not injured.
Very true. It could be a backstage political issue. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
The latest update comes from Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Live, who stated, I don't care what you read online. Jade Cargill is injured, and it's serious. And I don't know when she's going to be back.
Wow. That sucks.
Serious, but he doesn't know the nature of it whatsoever, and doesn't know a timeline whatsoever. So, naturally, I believe it.
It's just funny that you're now getting 2 different things from Alvin Meltz.
Yeah, like he says,
in cahoots.
I don't care what you read online. I read what your fucking dad wrote.
Yeah.
Your daddy, Daddy Meltz.
Daddy Meltz.
He said she could be injured, it could be a storyline, it could be backstage political issues.
That's crazy just to throw in there at the end.
It really is, because it's like a concerted effort to make her look bad for no reason.
Right. I mean, here you got Shayna Baszler, universally loved and respected, and now you got Jade Cargill, apparently all these political issues because of Meltz. It's fucked up.
I mean, I haven't seen any indication that anybody has any issue with Jade, but he has to throw it out there. But
not one.
That's how he is. You ready for the coup de grace?
Double Tommy.
It's from WrestleVotes. BG, how good was Charlotte on Saturday Night's main event?
Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte Flair.
I haven't seen Charlotte almost all year.
Huh, okay. Well, weird.
Huh. That's weird.
Saturday Night's main event is set to feature several major title matches, as well as a plethora of WWE legends, and a post from WrestleVotes on X suggests a certain Queen could be making her return. Sources indicate that Charlotte Flair's return is imminent, with the possibility of it happening as soon as this weekend on NBC. We are told Creative was tasked earlier this week with structuring the presentation of her return. Didn't see her.
I missed it.
And here's the thing. So it's framed in a way where they're like, return is imminent, could be at Saturday Night's main event. So they're like, okay, it's not, we weren't wrong. But that's the important part of the report, because we all know her return's imminent because she's been out for a year with a torn ACL.
Right.
She got hurt last December, so we know what a timeline is for a torn ACL.
Mm-hmm.
We know she's going to be back probably by Royal Rumble. If she's not back before Royal Rumble, she'll be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
The important part of the report that you were trying to get like a gotcha on is saying that she's going to be on Saturday Night's Main Event. She wasn't there. So this report is wrong.
Absolutely
not. But that's it. But BG, I do want to have a little minor discussion before we move on.
Let's chat.
Yeah, just about melts. We've been exchanging like tweets back and forth about melts. Like, you'll show me one, I'll show you one.
Yeah.
This crusade that he's on lately, I just find it kind of funny. I think this is the right place to discuss it. But for whatever reason, he's like, and he's always been protective of AEW and gone to bat for them. But it's just been very weird lately. This narrative that he's pushing, like that Tony Khan, the job he's done is as impressive or as successful as the job that like Vince McMahon did with WWE. So like he's doing this thing. He's like, oh well, yeah, Vince took it from a $10 million company to a $150 million company, and Tony took it from a $0 company to a $170 million company. It's like $170 million in terms of what? Like, not in terms of profit. Like, that's just in terms of like gross, but that's not profit. And he didn't take it from zero. He took it from whatever dollar amount his dad gave him to start the business.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
And then the other thing I saw today that was probably even worse was him talking about how AEW and Dynamite are never going to reach the peak numbers of like WCW Nitro. But he's also saying like, but WCW Nitro didn't come close to making $170 million, or this $170 million he keeps going with. But the thing that's hilarious about it is, like, if you put WCW and you put Nitro in the current landscape, and they were doing, even if you adjust the numbers for the era, they were doing whatever, they were doing 6, 7 million, whatever, 8 million sometimes, and you adjust it for now, and they're beating Raw every week, the TV deal that they would get would be astronomical.
Yeah.
Billions, and it would blow out of the water the TV deal that AEW has, and they would far exceed any profit or gross that AEW is doing. But back then, it wasn't the same. These companies were making money off primarily merchandise and pay-per-view and ticket sales, and now the companies primarily make their money off TV deals. So he distorts things in such a disgusting way. And another thing he does it with is every time NXT beats AEW, which I believe has been 8 out of the past 10 times, in terms of average viewership, he says, oh, yeah, but it's not impressive and it's not even really a win because NXT is on broadcast television and AEW's on cable. So you would rather have this number on cable than that number on broadcast. Even though, if you look at the charts of what average viewership is for shows on those channels, TBS and TNT are more desirable channels to be on than the CW is. And he totally leaves that out. So I just wanted to put that out there. He every argument he has regarding AEW is in such bad faith. And that's the reason why more and more people don't view him as like a viable reporter, because he's got such an obvious bias, and he's showing it now more than ever.
It's awful.
Sorry about the rant. I just hate him.
No,
I hate him.
That's great. I appreciate that, Mike. Anytime you want to run down melts, you go for it.
Thank you. We're not gonna be back for a quote unquote live show until after the new year. I hope that his resolution is to be better. Look in the mirror.
It's only been getting worse.
Yeah. BG, how we do? Ooh, ah! You suck, Melts. Alright, BG, this is normally the time of the show where we do emails, but...
Hey, can't wait.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I think Donald Wood's lack of effort and his hatred of the listeners led to them not sending us any emails this week.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I truly believe that. They're like, hey, if one of the hosts of the show doesn't care, why should I care? And that's really what it comes down to.
Attitude reflects leadership, Captain.
Yeah, so, I understand it's demoralizing for you guys.
That sucks. I like the email section.
Yeah, it's demoralizing that one of the hosts doesn't want to put in effort, but I do ask you to please send us emails. BG and I, we're still always going to be here. We're going to be doing emails. Really anything you want to talk about, even if it's not wrestling related, if it's something else you think we'd have fun talking about, send it along, and we'll do it.
Yeah, I like the toy bracket.
I love that stuff. If you want to send us a bracket of any kind of random shit or whatever, I'm down for it. But with that said, I do want to, this is our last, as I said, our last quote-unquote live show for the year. The next 3 weeks, we have some really good stuff coming up. We've got our best Christmas special ever TV bracket. We have our annual gift draft that you and I and Donnie did. And, of course, we have the Rusty Awards.
Hell yeah.
We're going to be, arguing and showing you the best of 2024 in pro wrestling. But I want to thank everybody for all your support over the past year and for, the past, whatever it's been, 12 years or however long this podcast has been going. Without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this. We just really appreciate you guys listening and interacting and hanging out with us all the time. And just hope that you guys all have a great Christmas, a happy holidays, you and your families. You guys are like family to us. And we just hope that the rest of your 2024 and your Christmas season is great. And we look forward to seeing you guys in 2025.
Hope everyone has a happy and healthy holiday season. Thanks, everybody.
Yep, thank you guys. And we will see you guys next week for a quote-unquote taped episode. And we'll see you back live in 2025. Bye, guys.
I want to start by asking you about your involvement in WWE 2K24. You're going to be part of the WCW DLC pack, making a return to WWE 2K video game series for the first time in 5 years. You've been in so many video games and had so much merchandise and stuff like that over the years, but does something like being in WWE 2K still excite you and feel like a big deal to you even today?
Absolutely. And when I'm not in it, it pisses me off. And, it is what it is. I mean, I got taken out of that game because I helped some guy. God, I can't remember his name. He would go on to be this really big star, always on the cover of 2K24. I'd helped Cody when he left there. And we filmed everything with him. And, was a lot. He had everything to do with what's happening in professional wrestling at this time. So now that he's back and he's on top of the world, he's on the cover of the game, 2K24. That his dad came in. That he hadn't been in the game in 4 years. And Diamond Dallas Page is back where he belongs, back with the WWE family. I'm excited to be here all the way around. And because it's not just the game, it's the whole thing, and how you're treated there at a pay-per-view. And I've been to many over the last few years, and it's gotten better and better. And now it's just a whole different respect level for the legends. Because of Triple H. I mean, you got to put it all back to the guy whose face is on him and Nick Khan. It's really important that these guys are, appreciated. And that's all I think anybody wants, Mm-hmm. The game is awesome, and I love being in it again. And now if you get the package on November 13th, well, you're going to get me, of course. You're going to get my boy Lex Luger, who hadn't been in a game in decades. And this cat, I mean, everybody knows he should be in the Hall of Fame, and hopefully maybe this year will be the year. I mean, mm-hmm. Coming up 2025, you got one of the greatest ever, freaking Muda, the great Muda. And my personal favorite, besides, of course, with all those guys, but with Lex and Perfect, I had a special bond. Kurt Hennig and I was in the AWA showing up as a manager, and he would be one of the guys I would manage. And then, 10 years later, 1997, he's United States champion going into Starrcade, and he put me over, and I end up becoming the United States championship against one of the greatest ever to step into the ring. My first world title was against the man, who took the diamond cutter, Ric Flair. I mean, those moments were incredibly special, and you can relive them on the game now that, all those guys are on 2K24.
You mentioned so many former WCW or NWA stars who are involved in this WCW DLC pack for WWE 2K. Back when you were in WCW, you were on Nitro. You were going head-to-head with Raw every single week. It was the hottest period in pro wrestling history. Could you have ever imagined that one day WWE would be paying homage to you and these other WCW stars like they are in WWE 2K and just in general?
At the time, no, I would never believe that. Mm-hmm. I'm still kind of shocked how, right now, the boys and a lot of the guys, they're not doing what I'm doing. I've created a whole nother business, and I've got like 7 different businesses that I have people running with me. And, I don't have the time as much to get out and do the autograph sessions, but I just did one in Rhode Island last weekend, and it was slam. And the ages were from little kids to, people who are my age in their 60s mm-hmm. that were coming and just wanting to, thank me for what I've done post-wrestling, but also for my wrestling career. And, it's Maya Angelou said it the best. I said this, I mentioned her name a lot because she just was a phenomenal woman, black woman who was in the 40s and 50s. That she even had a voice is incredible to begin with. But what she said was so powerful. And one of the things she said was, they may not remember what you said. They may not remember what you did, but they'll always remember the way you made them feel. And that's where these kids who are coming up to us who never saw us wrestle live, but maybe with their dad or their grandpa or their grandma, they watch, because of the WWE. Mm-hmm. They have all of the footage pretty much, everything but AEW, right? And some of the other impacts and whatever, but all of the main federations that came up, they got them all. And the number one thing that they highlight was what you were just talking about. Monday night, the Wars, the Monday Night Wars, mm-hmm. Nitro against Raw. And Bischoff saw it, man. He saw it before it happened, man, that we were going to beat the WWE at some point. Now, he thought we'd put him out of business. None of the boys wanted that.
Right.
No one wanted to see WCW go away. That's why I'm so glad that AEW came back, mm-hmm. Because you need competition. You need places for the boys and the girls to go, and, it's a phenomenal time for the wrestling fan because right now, no one will ever come close to the WWE ever again because they're just so big. And it really is the world wrestling entertainment. Pay-per-views in France. They just got done with, I think it's called Dubai, where they were just at. They were just in Berlin, Germany. It's like if you say, you think of Rome when it just kept branching out. WWE's got everything mm-hmm. all around. And it's a great time to be involved with them, and I'm proud to be working with them again. And I never wanted to go anywhere the first time, but I had to help the kid whose father helped me. Without Dusty Rhodes, there is no Diamond Dallas Page. I had to help that young man who was on his own vision quest, and he didn't ask for my help. I just came to him and said, "Hey, let us start filming you. Let's start doing stuff. Cost you nothing. Let us just start documenting your journey here." And where did it end up? Right back in the WWE, bigger than ever, on the cover of 2K24. You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
You can't make it up. If I told you when Cody left the WWE 10 years ago, if I told you this was going to happen, you'd think I was smoking crack.
Right.
So what a great time to be in the game. And now Dusty, like I said, is in it. And I've said this numerous times. And, of course, Cody is the man in it. Now you can have our best three, Cody, Dusty, DDP. You pick your best three. Now let's see what happens.
You just mentioned it, your relationship with Cody Rhodes and, of course, Dusty Rhodes. It's well documented. And, it just so happens that your return to WWE 2K does coincide with Cody being the cover athlete for the first time ever. A huge deal, obviously. Does Cody being the cover athlete make being a part of this game even more special to you than it might have in the past?
I got to breathe on that one. Got to breathe because I don't want. He just did a thing about me going in the game. He did a little video, and at some point he says, "I don't want to get emotional when it comes to talking about DDP because it can happen easily." And the same way with me, it's very emotional. And there was a point where me and him didn't talk to each other for a while, and it really bothered me and him. But we got back together and stronger than ever. I'm so proud of him, like everything that he's done. And I was listening to Charles Barkley and him and the crew on the on the basketball guys all sit around and talk, and Shaq and him were talking, and there's always this big thing of like who's the best, LeBron or Jordan, and Shaq will be like, hey, put Kobe in that group. You got to put him in there. And the one thing that Charles said that was so true, he said, forget all who's the best. This man has been in this business since he was 18, meaning LeBron James. He hasn't done anything he's not gotten in trouble at all. And how you can be an 18-year-old kid and go into that with that attitude, especially a human being, feel the same way about Cody Rhodes.
Right.
There's nothing that he doesn't do the right way. And that is an example for all these kids. Like, you couldn't pay him to turn heel right now. For all the money in the world, it wouldn't be worth it. Because he's leading the example for Libby. And then if they decide to have more kids, he's leading an incredible example. He's the first purebred babyface we've had in forever. And over humongously. All over the world. So, yeah, really proud of him. If you can't tell.
You talked about Cody. I just wanted to ask you one last question related to Dusty. Another example of WWE kind of recognizing the history and the impact of NWA and WCW lately, in recent years, Triple H bringing War Games to Survivor Series on an annual basis. That's coming up, obviously, later this month. That's a Dusty Rhodes idea. It's an iconic match type. What do you think it says about Dusty that something he created literally decades ago at this point is still so relevant and loved and looked forward to by fans in wrestling today?
Dusty is one of one of the best ever. He had more charisma in his pinky than most of the world has in their whole body. But he wasn't just a guy who was a showman. He was a brain. Like, he saw things before. It's like he was a visionary. Like, he saw things before they happened. And I can remember being around him at WCW, and there's people, everybody's heard it. There can be such backstabbing at times. Because professional wrestling, in the old days, for sure, was like Rome with muscle. Nobody got actually stabbed, but things, it was a tough spot, and guys would talk two sides of their faces sometimes. And I would say to Dusty, how are you staying positive through all of this? And he's like, oh, baby, living on the edge of a lightning bolt. I ain't going to sell for any of them. We're going to make this happen. It's going to be bigger than ever. He just had that. Like, I was so lucky. I never have the run I have if he's still booking through it all. They put him out the pasture, WCW. What I mean by that is they paid him to stay home because they didn't want him to go to WWE.
Right.
So I got to talk to him all the time. And we were already super tight. But as we went on this journey, man, I could call him. And one of my favorite stories is when I'm bitching to him in 1994 as a dream. I know I'm never going to be you. I know I'm never going to be Rick or Hulk. I know I'm never going to be a world champion. But these damn bookers, they went, Dallas, enough. What did you just say? And now I feel kind of stupid, because I said, well, dream. I know I'm never going to be you or Rick. He said, no. What did you say after that? I said, well, I'm never going to be the world champion. Mm-hmm. He said, what the hell are you doing it for? If you don't believe you could be the world champion, you need to get the hell out of our business right now. And I felt like he reached through the phone and just bitch slapped me, And he kept yelling at me, which he never yelled at me ever before then. And I can't tell you what he said, but I'll tell you exactly what I did. I wrote down on a ledger pad, it was right next to our phone, I will be the world champion in 5 years or less. Mm-hmm. It was 4 years, 4 months, and 14 days when I got to step in the ring with Rick and Hulk and the franchise, the Stinger, the four-way dance. I don't think they did that match 3 times.
Yeah.
But that one, I'm in. And Randy, the feud of the year in 1997, is the referee. Mm-hmm. And I walk out the world champion. Like, that was a moment. But Dream made me see it.
Right.
And that's what I needed, because I never thought I'd be there. And mm-hmm. I had to start to see it. I had to start to believe it. Like writing it down, I tell people all the time, just don't think it, ink it. And that don't mean you got to write it down. Put it on your phone. Go to notes. Make it alarms. I have goals for myself I set all day long. Every time that alarm clicks off, if I can't get to it, I go, boom. I'm going to come back 10 minutes later. If I can't get it, boom. I come back to it 10 minutes later. I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. It's going to be done. It'll be set on another list for the following day. Those type of goals, those little things, they make up the big things because they give you more confidence. My program, DDP Yoga, gives you more confidence. I've got a whole house. I got 13 of my champions here who all came in because of the Positively Unstoppable Champion challenge that we just did over this last year. I had to pick all 13, and I had thousands of them. But out of it, these 13 they just put the work in, not just physically, but mentally. And it's why they're here. And I want to tell anybody, because I know we're closing this down, Black Friday's coming up. It's around the corner. Go to ddpyoga.com, because we don't ever put on a sale like that, mm-hmm. except for at that time. So that's where I'll be, not just changing the world, not just helping people change their lives, but helping people own their lives.
Awesome. Well, I want to congratulate you on, being back with WWE, being in this game, all your success, and, this was great, and I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today, so thank you.
My pleasure, bro. Have a great day.
You too. You take care.
I dedicate this to the throwbacks. Like seen a shirt in 06, ECW, one night stand, I won't hold back. Like take the Batista battle in the backlash, 07 to one man stand. We'll bring it back to the days of Lord Alfred Hayes, Hall and Nash and Jade, Hollywood drops the leg. They say the days of old are the best though. That's why we bring to you Ring Rust Retro. Let's go.
Alright guys, time for another edition of Ring Rust Retro. SummerSlam 1999. Take yourself all the way back to 1999. Can I tell you something? That's 25 years ago, and that makes my heart
That's so crazy.
I was about to be 10 years old.
Man, that is rough to hear, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, that sucks getting old, huh? Bloop. Well, do you mind
pros and cons.
Yeah. What's the pro?
I mean, you can buy whatever you want.
I love that hesitation. You fucking should barely buy anything. So okay, we had to watch SummerSlam 1999 because George Cruz went over to patreon.com/ringrusradio, and what did he do, BJ?
He donated to our retro tier. Then he emailed us. He goes, "Hey, I want you guys to review SummerSlam 1999. It's a great show. I want to hear your thoughts." We're like, "Yeah."
He didn't say it like that. He was very rude about it, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you guys say all the time how mean he is to you guys?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like you guys are pussies when it comes to your emotions.
Thanks,
no.
man.
Sorry.
We just think you should treat your friends nicely.
Oh,
so.
now we're friends? Now we're friends?
No, not you. I'm talking about George.
Okay. Just make sure. All right.
You're not fucking part of this conversation.
Start the AP conversation. See yourself out, bitch. All right, go ahead. Start us off, Mike.
I love the ads that are open and the video packages. It's so epic. I might need to rewatch the Attitude Era.
I was going to say, the Attitude Era pay-per-view openings got me hyped every time. And they still do, honestly.
Hell yeah.
Jesse Ventura is going to be the special guest referee for the main event on the show. He has probably led one of the most interesting lives of anyone in the world when you really think about it.
If you like his conspiracy theory stuff too, which a lot of it is more like founded than some of the other conspiracy theorists, like there's more substance to most of the things he says. He's incredible.
Yeah, attention artist.
He's incredible.
Listen to his interview with us from many years ago.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild that he was here and he was on Raw last week.
I'm glad he's on good terms with them again.
I see a fat bastard sign. Big Show equals fat bastard.
I see dead people sign. That was a sick reference in '99.
Fuck yeah, dude. He spoiled the movie.
It's insane that Jericho had one of the greatest debuts ever just a few short weeks ago, and then they did fucking nothing with him.
I mean, he is good.
I did like him treating Fink like he's Ralphus and calling him Harold. That's pretty funny.
That was hilarious. And like I said, I was like, I wonder what match he has on this card, because I don't look up the cards before this. I just go right to it. And I was shocked to find
he
out.
interrupts The Rock in his debut, and then The Rock faces Billy Gunn at the pay-per-view. What the fuck?
It's an absolute fact that what Vince did with him was to test him. So, gave him the big debut, and then just, like, made him, like, earn every fucking inch for, like, a year after that before he finally started, like, giving him big-time angles.
And he did it. He did it all.
Yeah.
Vince did the stuff with China.
Sure shit like that.
Yeah, he did. And again, WCW guy, ECW guy, not homegrown, not a guy. Small little fucking goober. But yeah, Jericho's so good. Every time he talks, he's fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
We got a match for the IC and European titles. Jeff Jarrett versus D'Lo Brown.
This had to be around the time Stone Cold beat up Deborah, right?
No.
No, I don't think so.
That was a couple of years later.
Oh, that's sad. He did, though. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett was a great mid-card heel.
Yeah, and D'Lo was fucking way underrated. I always loved D'Lo.
Great theme song, really good mid-card act. It's amazing though
that the real deal now.
Yeah. 100% agree on both.
3 years later, Jeff Jarrett creates TNA.
That is crazy to think of. But with that said, he was the most. Again, it was always like you can't play Pictionary with Jeff Jarrett because he can't draw a dime. Like he's the most. That's remember when I said about Bo Dallas? I don't want him to be near the championship. Jeff Jarrett, same deal. In TNA, near the
about a year later, he was all over the fucking championship in WCW.
Yes, sir.
King losing his mind over Deborah's puppies. They were popping, for sure. No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Did you see the interview with Stephanie McMahon where she had to say horrible things and said horrible things when being raised by a monster all those years ago? Yeah, you did.
What interview was that?
Mm-hmm. With Stephanie McMahon.
Paul Bearer is sexy sign.
Yeah, right. Everyone's got a type. And there's someone out there. And you know what? Honestly, for everyone out there, listen up, BJ. For everyone out there looking for love, struggling to find it, there's a bunch of crackheads out there, who knows? You can find your Paul Bearer lover, too.
I'm not struggling to find love.
He's a great man, Paul Bearer.
I don't know. Sounds like you are, emotionally.
I'm not.
Find better love.
So Jeff Jarrett sent Deborah away, but she came back out with D'Lo. Then Mark Henry shows up to help D'Lo, so we think, but he strokes D'Lo with the guitar instead.
Can't believe
and Deborah was in on it.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Jeff won the titles.
It's wild. It really is.
Now we got tag team turmoil. So
oh my god.
This is
first
just
part,
after.
The first part's fun, And then it goes doo-doo. It goes doo-doo sideways, lickety-split.
This is just after Edge and Christian left the Brood, so they're like in this weird in-between spot where they're like serious and not fun and comedic yet. Very strange. But the Hardy Boys are with Gangrel, and they're the new Brood. It's an iconic group. When you put new in front of something, you know it's going to be successful.
One of the greatest rivalries ever.
Agreed. The Hardys were eliminated, though, to start this match. And then Viscera and Donnie's idol, Midian, came out.
I'll say, I wrote here, though.
More doppelganger?
It's amazing that 25 years later, the Hardy Boys still do the same moves. Like, that's incredible longevity. And it's like, they created that shit, still works.
I don't think they created it, but they definitely popularized it.
What do you mean? I'm saying they created their tag team moves.
They most certainly didn't. They definitely took most of the things they did from Lucha in the 90s. I've seen things that they did many years before.
I'm not saying they created the moves. They created their fucking move set.
Sure. Yeah, they just copied off Lucha stuff.
Christ.
Got it.
Fuck down,
dude.
Fucking bitch.
Guys, I always liked Viscera, but it had to be insane fucking wrestling in that gear. Am I right?
Yeah.
It had to be. As somebody who does like jujitsu and shit, imagine a person that big landing on you. Like, you can't hide how much that would hurt.
After Viscera and Midian were eliminated, Droz and Prince Albert. Remember that amazing team?
Of course. How could I not?
Kiss My Balls sign. Balls with a Z.
You do. Well, that's welcome to 99.
Yeah.
I will say this. At X's for extreme and Z's at the end where S's should be, 100%. But, no, I take it back. Some S's were spared because they were cool. That cool S that everybody drew.
That one out of your fucking folder or whatever.
Hell yeah. 99. That's peak. Yeah. That's peak skateboard S.
Droz and Albert were eliminated. The Acolytes come in.
He's huge, though. You forget how big Albert is, dude. He's a big man.
He was a big man.
Big boy.
He's fucking helping run NXT and making it the success it is.
Yeah. It was a star in Japan.
The Hollies ran out early. Vince was probably pissed by this.
Mm-hmm.
The Acolytes eliminate Edge and Christian, so it comes down to them and the Hollies, and they crash at Hardcore to start beating the shit out of each other, so the Acolytes win.
This was all
I very much liked Hardcore and Crash Holly all in their shit that they did.
They were fun. I love the Acolyte. None of this worked together, though. This was a doo-doo match. The first part was fun because it was like a preview of what was to come, but... You know.
I like the Hollies fighting themselves. I like Crash Holly thinking he's a super heavyweight. I always enjoy that. Fun fact for you. Meltz rated every single one of these pinfalls individually.
Ooh.
Why? It's one match.
Right. Very strange.
You're a weirdo.
I actually enjoyed this match. I thought they did a great job of putting over Edge and Christian.
Do you call him weird?
Who, Meltz?
No, Mike. Called Dave weird? Hey,
he is weird. It's weird that he...
Your liberal is showing. Watch out.
I call him weird.
It's a good joke.
I like that they get very offended by being called weird.
Well, you do
weird
too.
Thing to get offended by.
Yeah, you do too. Yeah, I thought bullying was something we were against.
No. Who's weak?
Situational.
Well, no, it's be a star. We always talked about for years. So if you call me weird...
If you're talking about people in politics, they're definitely not against bullying at all.
No, it's kind of the basis of it all. But I'm just saying, isn't that what everybody preaches? We got to stand up against bullying.
Nobody follows it.
I'm the one who advocates for a little bullying.
Pepper is here.
Mm-hmm.
I was so depressed over what Big Boss Man would eventually do to Pepper. I don't want to talk about it.
I gotta tell you,
that feud was insane.
That is one of my fondest childhood wrestling memories. Is that whole storyline?
Really?
Yes. Was Pepper getting cooked and fed to El Snow?
Yes.
Like, I knew it was fake, but I was still, like, a little sad when
it was hilarious. That was a point of conversation, like, listen, were you watching wrestling at that time, for real, BJ?
Yes.
No.
I said BJ.
You know that.
I was.
You know that.
At school, this was, like, such a point of conversation. At that point, I am 11 years old. We all love our wrestling, and holy shit, he made him eat a dog. And then, which led into the Kennel from Hell match after this, which is also fucking point of conversation in school that year quite a bit.
Yeah, this feud was insane.
Yeah. Road Dogg cuts a killer promo, and Jericho interrupts him.
One of the best.
Yeah. Jericho says, Raw is Snore and Summer Sham.
That was good.
Forbidden Snore and AEW Shampage, am I
right? There's also a Jericho as my mom sign.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
I did say SummerSlam is a good dig.
Yeah, SummerSlam is fun.
Jericho said that Road Dogg has a Stevie Wonder haircut.
That is very fun. That hurt me too, but it's very fun.
Road Dogg also called Jericho a bitch, which Jericho was shocked by. Hear this.
Jericho is fantastic. I know you hate him because he's AEW now, but my God, is he?
He's not fantastic now, but in WCW,
he's still really great.
He was probably my favorite thing in WCW, or close to it, and in his early WWF days too.
Still great.
I love the hardcore matches at this time.
Me too. It was always something different for the show. It was great. Hardcore Championship, Al Snow versus Big Boss Man. Boss Man throws Pepper's carrier, but luckily Pepper was not in there.
God.
They're fighting in the
I
street.
love this shit.
They're fighting in the street. They used to do this like on most pay-per-views during this time.
Yeah, I love when they go outside. Imagine walking by and seeing this.
He hits Al Snow with a phone book inside the bar.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a fan as they're going into the bar. He's just laughing like on the phone.
He's like got his face in the camera.
Yeah. I can't believe that guy had a phone in '99 too. By the way, he was rich for sure.
And Road Dogg is doing commentary as they fight outside
with a microphone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Al Snow made Boss Man eat a urinal cake. It's insane. Road Dogg takes Boss Man's nightstick, hits him with it, and then Al Snow hits Boss Man in the balls with pool balls to win the title. 5 fucking stars.
I love this.
I loved chaos matches like this. This is one thing WWF did well, which is that hardcore championship.
Bring it back. Instead of the 24/7 title, literally bring back the hardcore title and do this exact shit, and I would love it.
They would never.
Then on the balls.
Women's title, Ivory versus Tori.
Before we get to that, Jesse Ventura, I forget exactly who he was talking to backstage, maybe Mankind. I think it was Mankind. And he just goes, and I wrote here, Vince definitely popped for Jesse Ventura saying bleeding heart liberal.
Oh yeah, he did say that. I was thinking Donnie popped for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Donnie definitely popped.
Hate him.
He's suddenly political. It's very weird.
No, I'm not suddenly political. I'm not political at all, brother. It's a matter of right and wrong.
You seem very political.
Yeah, it's a matter of right and wrong, guys.
You're acting weird.
Yeah, you're acting like a bitch.
Ivory painted slut and skank on Tori during the fight.
Yeah.
Using Donnie's vocabulary is what we call that.
Hey, listen,
I like Ivory and Tori.
Yeah. This match blew, but tits though, right?
This is how you start a match for a blood feud. They went right at it.
It's crazy how Tori basically just disappeared after being so over for like a couple years. Then she was like just out of the wrestling business, never to be heard from again.
Meltz gave this -2 stars.
Okay, there's no way it's a negative match.
I gotta tell you,
that was
100%. No, he's right. He's right on this one.
He's right.
I think that's a conservative estimate.
Tori grabbed Ivory's vag and slammed her. King loved it.
Hey.
Yeah, King was being a real fucking piece of shit about all this.
Ivory won and unhooked Tori's top, but Luna ran down to save her.
I loved Luna. That was, for me, Luna was fucking...
She was the one?
She was, honestly, dude...
Still the one.
Yes. More so than most of these other women, because she was just nuts. Maybe I was just attracted to crazy women. But
Gangrel was going in on that.
Yeah, sure. So was Bam Bam did for a while, too.
I don't know if that was real. I think that was just on screen.
Hey, bud, look at me. Come on, bud.
The Rock fucking owns Michael Cole in his 13-cent tie. And then we get Billy Gunn smuggling someone into the building under a blanket, which later on is going to be fucking insane.
Okay, so this is what the first inclination I get that it's going to be The Rock versus Billy Gunn. Okay? This is the first time I think I've either heard it or paid attention to the fact that they're saying it, right?
Like in your life or on
No, in this, because I didn't look up the card. I don't look up the card. No, I didn't remember the show all that well. I think I abandoned the ship on WWE.
I thought you watched all the pay-per-views.
I did, but I think I abandoned the ship on WWE. Or I did, but that's also 10 years ago. Regardless, I didn't look up the card, so I didn't know what was happening. So I realized at this point that was going to be The Rock against
I feel like they showed like a video at the start of the show. I was like, this is The Rock and Billy Gunn.
Yeah, I might have skipped the video, to be honest.
You shouldn't do
that. Shut your ass up. So from the bottom of my heart, I didn't realize, I thought Jericho would be in a place at some point on this card, And you are 100% right that it should have been Rock versus Jericho. It's wild. It's wild. It's crazy. Go ahead.
Jericho eventually beats The Rock. Listen,
it's 2 years later.
Yeah, exactly. Vince made him earn it.
You are such a piece of shit, Mark, dude. Yeah,
I'm not saying it's good booking.
Some of the worst ever.
What happened.
It's some of the worst booking ever.
It's horrible.
But that's fine.
Anyway.
Best match of the night is next.
Honestly, I agree.
Lions Den, Ken Shamrock versus Steve Blackman.
No, the Test Shane match.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tommy.
Fucking Lions Den.
I said love the Lions Den, and this was a good one, but it wasn't even better than we just saw Owen and Ken Shamrock
the year before.
Was it 2 years or 1 year?
No, it was 1 year before.
I guess it had to be. It was 98, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that match was better than this one. This one was still good.
Questionable.
Shamrock was so awesome. He was ahead of his time.
Sure was. Agreed, 100%.
Steve Blackman, such an underrated theme song.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Steve Blackman. Yeah, and this was a good way to put him over, I felt.
He brought in nunchucks and just was whooping ass with them right out of the gate. That was cool. Using a lot of weapons. Shamrock knocks him out with a kendo stick to the head. I thought this was fucking awesome. I love that it was something different. I like when they do different shit.
They did a good job making it feel intense and as real as possible while knowing they know what's happening.
Yeah. I think this was a testament to how well both of these guys performed. And I think from the bottom of my heart, I like both guys a lot. And I always have. I think both are vastly underrated. I think Ken Shamrock had quite a hell of a run.
Yeah,
I think if Shamrock would have stayed a little longer, he probably would have won the world title.
I agree.
Absolutely. He took to pro wrestling so quickly.
Yep.
Like before Kurt, it was Ken Shamrock.
Can I tell you what? He's the original smaller Brock.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. He was the first TNA champion, right?
Yep. He was at Pride fighting, and like I said,
he was a man.
Yeah, he was.
They need to bring him in for a fucking Rumble surprise.
A surprise Hall of Fame induction.
He can still probably go. I see him all the time.
He could definitely go.
He was just wrestling 2 years ago, right?
All right, go ahead.
Test versus Shane McMahon, Greenwich Street Fight.
Here we go. Lover or leaver?
Which one's our friend of the show? I thought it was Joey Adams, but I'm not sure. Was it Pete Gas? Pete Gas? Okay.
Yep.
Was it a book or something, right?
I think so.
I would forget now.
This is a death.
That's disgusting.
I really liked his theme song, though.
Yeah. I liked Test in this moment, and this match was like a jumping off moment. I was like, by the end of it, I was like, this is a star. It felt like this was a star-making match for this guy.
He was a pretty big deal for a while.
And until Triple H buried him.
Triple H took his girl.
Nice. Triple H buried him and buried his push, too.
Johnny, question for you real quick.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Why is Shane so obsessed with Steph's relationship? He's acting like Bobby Bella.
Ooh.
Well, I think you know the answer to that.
No, I don't.
I think I've been saying for years that those looks, if looks could kill, you know what I mean? They're just like, they would just shoot each other a stare. You know what I mean? Like, Dad's not looking.
This was only Shane's 15th televised match ever. It was a natural.
Who's better, him or Logan Paul? In terms of being a natural, because they're kind of spot
Shane's
monkeys.
had the iconic matches.
But Logan Paul is probably a better wrestler, but obviously Shane has the bigger catalog now.
They're better. They're both spot monkeys.
Shane's matches were fucking nuts.
Remember Shane and AJ at WrestleMania we went to? That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I remember the one time he tried to do like a jump over and his quad took away.
Kurt versus Shane in the ring 2001, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
That was a great match.
Why would Test have the bandage outside of his shirt?
So you know.
Got it.
No, it's 2 layers. It's 3 layers. It's bandage, shirt, bandage. You know what I mean?
The Mean Street Posse were awful, but LOL at them having the neck braces, the cast, them sitting ringside, and they have all the stuff in Greenwich.
They were good bums to get beaten up.
Yes, absolutely.
If they learn one thing from Patterson and Briscoe, let's get a couple J-Brones who fucking get beat up.
They were damn near in full body cast here.
Yeah.
If you put all their cast together, it would be a full body cast. I wonder if Donnie suddenly loved this match since Shane talked to Tony Khan. I have my answer.
Yeah.
Bro, this was a super, super fun match, dude.
I really enjoyed this. Shane was doing fun. Corkscrew moonsaults in his 15th match.
Yep.
And the elbow drop from the top rope to the... No, he didn't.
No, he
did.
The
elbow drop from the top rope to the announcer table is always awesome.
Yep. Wrote that. Always hits.
Yep.
Patterson and Briscoe come out to neutralize the posse, and Tess wins. Tess wins. He can still bang Shane's sister.
Mm. Dude, imagine how different the wrestling business would have been if Stephanie stayed with Tess instead of going with Triple H.
Probably not that much different.
Married him?
What do you mean not that different?
Yeah,
Triple H had the fucking creative.
Yeah, probably not that different.
He was a multi-time world champion.
He would have sucked Vince off anyway.
So if she married Tess, you're saying?
I'm just saying, if like that whole thing doesn't happen, the whole fucking business is different.
Yeah, she would have ended up like Miss Elizabeth.
NXT is different. Everything is fucking
Tess
different.
would still be with us.
We don't get Elimination Chamber.
Nah, it'd be like he'd be Lex Luger and she'd be Miss Elizabeth.
Yikes.
Oof.
Go ahead.
Tag team title match: The Undertaker and Big Show versus Kane and X-Pac.
I always liked Kane and X-Pac as a team.
I did too, but I kind of like this Undertaker Big Show combo.
I
didn't
just
last
don't like
that
Big
long.
Show.
I will say this:
they had no idea how to book him.
Big Show was cool during this time. Still, he wasn't quite ruined yet.
Triple H buried Test for the record. I meant to add that again. This was
Kane's
slow and I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Kane's voice box in the video package that they show.
I fucking love the voice box.
And this was Kane's best ring attire ever to me.
Yes, the inverted gear. I agree.
So
I like that a lot.
This tag team was slow and boring, pretty mid as fuck. But can I say this? And I think it might not be, controversial. But I think of all these guys, I think Kane is the best all-around performer.
Mm-hmm. Undertaker's the best, but I always liked that.
I think he had better booking, but I think Kane was a better worker in the ring, and his character work was better than Undertaker.
I think at Kane's height, I liked him best of any of these guys, like 2001-ish area. Mm-hmm. But overall body of the work is Undertaker.
Yeah. I always liked that it was three of the biggest guys in WWF and X-Pac, and he never backed down.
Big Show is tossed around like he's a wrestling buddy.
Yeah.
That's who Vince imagined. That's who Vince thought AJ Styles was. I'm positive of it.
Well, that's why he grew to respect him so much.
He's like, you're just like Shawn. He's like, no, not the wiggly-eyed one, the other one.
It's wild to think that this was one of Undertaker's last matches in this gimmick before he returned as the American Badass.
Yeah.
God, what a bad move that was. He sucked for years. So I don't even want to hear that shit.
X-Pac kicked out of Big Show's chokeslam, pulling a Super Cena or Super Cody, but then Taker put him down with the tombstone. Match of the night coming up: The Rock versus Billy Gunn, Kiss My Ass match. I'm a ass man.
It's one of the greatest theme songs ever. He was one of my favorites growing up, Billy Gunn.
He was awesome.
I thought the New Age Outlaws were a catchphrase, and I thought they were pretty mid. And when he was on his own, the lady stuff like that, like seeing ladies. But as a kid, I was like, this dude sucks.
Billy Gunn was so bad.
He was a charisma vacuum.
Billy and Chuck were good though.
I actually thought Billy and Chuck was fun too. I like Chuck.
You couldn't be more wrong about the New Age Outlaws.
I like Chuck Palumbo. I do.
WCW guy. It's amazing how popular The Rock became. And months earlier, he was a top heel.
Mm-hmm. He's just that charisma.
Yeah.
Billy Gunn reveals a thick woman who is under the sheet and says The Rock will have to kiss her ass if he loses.
Can I tell you what this felt like, Mike? You'll appreciate this. It felt like a knockoff Rick Rude promo and a bit. And I hate it.
Sweat hogs and shit.
Well, just say like bringing he'd go up to the women like, I wouldn't kiss you with his lips and shit like that. You know what I mean?
It was not good. King and JR joke about how fat the woman is, which is not very nice.
She's just a portly woman. It's fine.
I appreciate them trying to get Billy over as a single star, but he was so overmatched against The Rock, and I think it ultimately sunk him and ensured he could never be successful as a single star in WWE.
This didn't. I won't say anything.
I feel like pretty quickly he went back with Road Dogg after this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll say this. This didn't help.
They tried the whole like DX breakup thing for a while, and it just
didn't hit. King essentially says the woman smells like piss, and openly wonders if she's wearing a G-string.
Honestly, King was rough during this show, dude. I mean, a lot of things he's spot on, but I mean, it's rough to hear it out loud again.
She goes in the ring, and The Rock rubs Billy's face in her ass and then beats him with the people's elbow.
Yep. That's it.
And that was the end of Billy Gunn as a single star.
What an ending.
Rock over as fuck, this blew.
I'll say this. If the plan for Jericho would have been to be in the Billy Gunn spot, maybe best that he wasn't in a match.
There you go.
I guess not having something is better than having this. I just don't think they would have given Jericho this. That's fine.
Triple threat match for the WWE Championship. The main event: Stone Cold, Triple H, Mankind, Jesse the Body as special guest referee. Let's go.
Cool for Mankind, but it should have been Triple H's night, and Austin refused.
He put him over like 2 months later or something, right?
No, he didn't.
When did he?
Not really. He was like it was all shenanigans.
Yo, that is he thought he didn't deserve it. Who else did he say he didn't put over because he didn't deserve it?
He basically didn't put anyone over, if we're being honest.
Brock Lesnar.
That's right. He literally walked out of the company because he was so upset about doing that. But what a chaotic storyline.
You know why he walked out, right? Because Brock would have beat his ass.
Brock was beating his ass. Did you watch the video package? Looking into this?
I wrote the whole thing down. Okay.
This is
the
insane.
build to this was insane. So here's what happened. China won a triple threat to become number one contender. And then she beat Triple H to retain the number one contendership. But then she had to defend it again against Mankind. Mankind beat her, but then he faced Triple H, and since there was no clear winner, became a triple threat at SummerSlam, and China was somehow left out of the equation.
Yeah,
unreal.
This was doo-doo butter.
That was very bad booking.
This is total Vince Russo shit.
Yep. Just swerves for swerve's sake.
Yeah.
The Body gets on the mic, says he's proud to be a wrestler and fuck the haters, basically.
There you go.
This is his town. He's fucking beloved in Minneapolis.
You said it should have been Triple H's night. Triple H didn't even need to be in this match.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And we got to hear My Time, one of the greatest theme songs.
Some of the best.
By the way, Jesse Ventura, absolutely underrated in wrestling.
I love him so much. My favorite announce team is Gorilla and Bobby Heenan, but Ventura and Gorilla is not at all far behind them. It's like neck and neck.
Yeah.
He was amazing. The Body throws China out of this match. It's bogus. She barely fucking did anything. So, whatever.
At one point, Mankind tries to shake Stone Cold's hand, and Stone Cold just punches him in the face.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Thought he was Deborah.
Triple H hits Mankind in the head with a steel chair, and Ventura refuses to count, standing on his principles.
Good. I like that.
I'm a man of honor. I'm a man of honor. I won't do that. I'm not going to let you. Why is it surprisingly good? I've never tried that in my life.
Surprisingly good. Like, it's got elements of it.
Mike Chiari's soft.
Mike
Chiari is soft. He's a liberal. He's a liberal.
Stop getting worse.
Shut your mouth up, you Italian fucking twat.
That was Terry Funk at the end.
God damn.
Shane runs down, and Ventura literally throws him out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
He goes, that's for your old man, you little bastard.
That was good.
He legit just hated fucking Vince so much.
He did.
He came back like immediately after Vince is gone. He's back with WWE now.
Yep. He hates Vince so much.
Yeah.
And he was right about Vince for much of the stuff that he said, because he was about wrestlers' rights. And that was where him and Vince really had their fucking blow up.
That's why he hated Hogan too, because Hogan basically was like a Vince sycophant, and he wasn't.
He undermined everything that he was working for, and
right.
because he was essentially going to unionize the wrestlers, and Hogan was like, "Sorry, bro, that doesn't work for me."
Right. Mankind pins Austin after a pedigree and double arm DDT. Triple H fucks up Austin's knee with a chair afterward, and then he punches Sergeant Slaughter for no reason on top of it.
Mankind winning is fucking really cool. I love Mankind. I love Mick Foley. His run, his time was always good. Mm-hmm. Triple H fucking up his
should have won.
Triple H should have won. He won the next night. So crazy.
Nah, right man.
Triple H crippling Stone Cold after the match. Love it. And that's just how the show ends.
And then he just comes back and he puts over Triple H when he does come back. Then he comes back and
he doesn't really put him.
He loses the match.
It was all shenanigans.
Oh, whatever. So welcome to the 90s, bud.
Yeah.
All right. George...
Really good show. 7.5 out of 10.
I enjoyed it. Thanks, George. This was better than fucking Liv Morgan, whatever shit you gave us.
Yeah, that's true about that.
I wish someone would give us like SummerSlam 2000.
George Cruz did this how? BJ.
Patreon.com/RingRustRadio. Donate to our retro tier. Email us at ringrustradio@yahoo.com. It could be a movie, documentary, TV show, pay-per-view, anything with a wrestler involved. We'll cover it.
Cool. All right. We got to move on.